Question: where is Allah, and why is everybody fighting about it? So with that being said, since we are not 7th century Arabian slave girls, let's take a look at the evidence that Allah and His Messenger have taught us. When we look at this hadith of the slave girl, we see that there's many different variations of it. And even the versions of this narration that mention Rasulullah ﷺ asking the slave girl, where is Allah, to test whether or not she's a believer, they don't mention the exact same wording. And some of them she points up, and in other ones she says fis sama. So the first thing that we notice is that Rasulullah ﷺ never tested a believer with this question. This question was to determine whether or not the slave girl thought Allah was not in the creation, or whether or not she thought Allah resided in one of the idols that the Quraysh used to worship. So when Rasulullah ﷺ saw that she didn't believe Allah was in the creation or in one of those idols, then he knew that she was a believer. Allah Ta'ala, He says, وَإِذَا سَأَلَكَ عِبَادِي عَنِّي فَإِنِّي قَرِيبٌ. Allah Ta'ala also says, وَإِنَمَا تُوَلَّوْا فَثَمَّ وَجْهُ اللَّهِ إِنَّ اللَّهَ وَاسِعٌ عَلِيمٌ. Allah Ta'ala says, ثُمَّ اسْتَوَى عَلَى الْعَرْشِ. And Allah Ta'ala says, وَنَحْنُ أَقْرَبُ إِلَيْهِ مِنْ حَبْلِ الْوَرِيدِ. So when we look at all of these, we understand that Allah is above the creation. And we don't need to dig into this issue any deeper than that. Due to certain trials that the ulama faced in the past, they were forced to resort to philosophy to answer these questions in a variety of fashions. But unless we are presented with similar complex issues, we don't have to make this a defining point of our belief system. Most of us understand what it means when Allah is in the heavens. And we understand what it means when it says that Allah is closer to us than our jugular vein. We know that Allah is not confined to the creation and is above us in a categorical fashion. And we also know that He is everywhere with His tawheed, with His mercy, with His love, with His knowledge, with His power. So where is Allah? The answer is simple if we look past all of the fighting and argumentation. Wallahu ta'ala alam.